I will show how you can use the Spatial Analytical APIs from the Data Integrity Suite to first find potential flood zones for an area, and then analyze which buildings are in the flood zone and how much of the buildings overlap the flood zone. In MapInfo Pro, I have opened the Bing aerial base map for a detailed map. I have zoomed to a location near Great South Bay on Long Island. From the Services tab, I click on the By Location control. In the panel that appears, I set it to use the map bounds as the input search filter. And from the tables in the dataset list, I select flood risk. I set it to bring down all records, add it to the map, and not to browse the content. Then I hit run. With the flood risk zones opened, I add a thematic map to the downloaded flood risk polygons based on a thematic template I had created previously. I set it to use the primary zone column. I also made the polygon layer translucent. You can find more information about the flood risk zones on the Precise API Developer's Guide. I select one flood zone to find overlapping buildings for, and then I create a new overlap query to compare against my selected flood zone. I name this query Buildings Overlap Flood Zone. I only want to compare the flood zones to the buildings. I could also have chosen to compare it to the parcels, but in most cases, the buildings represent the value that has been insured. At first, I break down a small sample so that I can ensure that the result is what I want. When I have checked this, I will switch to all records to bring back all overlapping buildings. I can zoom in to see more details. And I can turn on labels that show me how much of each building overlaps the flood zone in percentage, as you see here, or as a size of the area. If you open the buildings overlap table in a browser, you can see all the details returned. As you can see, you can use the Spatial Analytics APIs from the Data Integrity Suite to answer questions without having the data locally. This takes away the burden of downloading and preparing the full datasets whenever there is a new version available.